Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the CAS 360 Discovery webinar. So my name is Constantine, and I am one of the business development managers here at BGL. And so I'll be taking you through our ASIC corporate compliance and trust management software. So just a little bit of housekeeping before we do start. So the webinar is recorded, so all attendees will receive an email with a link to the recording. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A. Emily, who's one of my colleagues, will be happy to answer any questions for you. So just a little bit about BGL and CAS 360. So BGL has been in the corporate compliance and trust management space for over 30 years now. So we are a global product. We're in New Zealand, Singapore, Hong Kong, more recently in the UK, and obviously Australia. We currently have over 1 million companies on CAS 360 and 175,000 trusts, with nearly 3,900 firms utilizing the software. So CAS is hosted on an AWS and we're ISO 27001 certified. So some of the key features that I will be showcasing today, we've got our smart alerts, our fully integrated trust register, our identity verification service, so BGL ID, as most of you should be aware, from July 1st next year, it's going to be mandatory that you need to identify and do these verification checks for new clients. So I'll be going through that a bit today. We've got our automated SMS and email reminders, our streamlined annual review process, and our purchasable constitutions, incorporations, and reservations. So one of the biggest advantages of CAS 360 is how well that it integrates with the rest of your tech stack. So whether it is your practice management, your digital signing, your legal docs, or your document management tools, these integrations are going to eliminate double handling. They're going to reduce errors and they're going to save your team hours each week. So your staff can focus less on admin and more on delivering value to your clients. So in this screenshot here, you've got some of our integrated partners. Before I do get into the demonstration, I will run a quick poll. So with a few questions, this is going to help me tailor the demonstration for everyone here. Give me one sec. All right, so I've just launched the poll. Let me know if you in the chat if you don't see it. Is the poll coming up for everyone? Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, so just some of the questions is obviously where you're currently where you're coming from, how you're currently managing your corpsec, obviously how many companies you're currently managing. What's your biggest challenge when managing your company changes? So is it that it's time consuming? Are you chasing signatures? Is it difficult keeping record? What's important to you when choosing your corporate compliance software? Yeah, is a lot of people are picking that it's saving time and automation. So seamless integrations with other apps, accuracy, ease of use. So I'll let this run for another minute. So obviously, so chasing signatures is a big one. Majority of people have ticked that one for a biggest challenge. So I'll really delve into the reminders, the automated reminders that we have that being sent in the background, so you don't have to chase these signatures anymore, especially if you've got your digital signing linked up. I'll go through that. So I'll just let that run. Also do that. I head over to CAS. All right, so moving over to CAS 360, I'll let the poll run in the background. When you do log into CAS 360, this is typically what we call the home screen, or the company selection screen. So here you have all your companies in one glance, but I'm all here. We've got two search functions. All right, so you've got your search function on the right-hand side. That is at a company level. All right, and then you've got the one on the top left-hand side that is at a global level. So you can search for your, individuals, trusts. If I type in Brunson for an example, will come up as the individual. You've got your trust and the companies and everything up there. On the right-hand side here, you've got your community page and your alerts, which I'll go through a bit later. So CAS 360 is built around our 4 major alerts. Sorry, we've got 5 now. We've actually added in a alert for AML compliance. So it's built around these alerts. So each alert has its own filter on the left-hand side here, which I'll go into shortly. Our first alert is our annual review alert, which is this one. So we do like to keep things simple. We've got a traffic light system, right? So when an annual review has been received, it will turn green, and it'll be automatically downloaded from ASIC into CAS 360 with the date that it has been received. So if you hover over this one here, you can go to the annual review, you've got the dates. You can use the filters on the left-hand side. So for an example, for the annual review alert, if I do click on here, you can filter all your companies for each, alert. All right, so you can filter by upcoming, date which had passed, or ones which have been received. The next alert is our document deadline alert. So this one's going to help you track documents which are pending signature or are due for lodgement. Okay, so for an example, you got your 484 or an annual review when it's been prepared. CAS 360 will start a 28-day countdown for the document deadline, right? And you can have your automated reminders being sent in the background. Again, you can use the filters on the left-hand side to filter out all your company listing. The third alert is the company debt alert. So this is going to track all outstanding debts for your clients, right? So it's going to be this. If I hover over this one here, obviously it's an outstanding debt with ASIC. It provides you a little bit of a snapshot of the debt. You have the option to pay on behalf of the client as well. If you click onto this one here, the Oz Post, everything will be pre-filled for you. You've got your BPay code, your reference number, and the amount. All you need to do is add your card details. You can send ad hoc reminders if the automated reminders aren't enough and they haven't been paying. You can click here and you can send it via email or SMS. So because the way that the automated reminders work, because we do run that RA67 daily, the day that they do pay their ASIC invoice, they will stop receiving the automated reminders in the background. So this will obviously, think about how are you tracking the ASIC invoices? Are your clients paying? Are you checking to see if they're paying? Obviously, this will be doing in the background, and you'll be providing a better level of service to your clients. The next alert is our new alert. So that's your compliance, your AML compliance alert. So it's going to be keeping you up to date with your AML compliance, making sure that you are staying, compliant. I'll go into BGLID a bit later. And then you've got your director ID alert. So this is going to help you manage director IDs by flagging new directors without valid IDs. If you, hover over this one here, for an example, it'll take you to the director ID page. You can send reminders to your clients to send over their director IDs as well. Over here, you've got your prepare agent forms. So in the home screen, you can just click this button here and you can prepare all your agent forms. So your 362s, 361s, you can do your RA71 all from the home screen. If some of you may have Simple Fund 360, for those of you who don't, we have this thing called labels, which is also in Simple Fund 360. So they're free text labels. Some of the clients that I've worked with recently I guess, kind of like to use them for maybe their jurisdiction. They might have different partners working on certain companies. So you can just literally just type in Jack and add it in to, oh, please don't be frozen. Yeah, so you can add in certain labels. You can bulk add labels via the manage label section here and remove, and you can use it as a filter. So for an example, if I go to Carlos, it will filter out all my companies via that label. All right, so when an annual review has been received, this will turn green, as we spoke about earlier. I can click on here and click onto annual reviews, or I can head over to the annual review section on the left-hand side. Here you will have all your annual reviews which are ready to be processed, which essentially you've received. All right, so there's two ways of preparing an annual review. The first way is via bulk processing, right? So you can select multiple companies and send your annual reviews in bulk. So for an example, if I go select all and prepare your documents, it's going to take you to your document pack section, document pack for bulk sending. You've got your cover letter, your ASIC annual statement, ASIC invoice, and your solvency resolution. So you'd set up your templates, which I'll show you a bit later, and you can send them all at once via digital signing. But one of the benefits of doing it individually is the fact that you can upload your documents. So I will show I'll process an annual review individually just so you can see the benefits. Also note that we do have a comparison report. So this comparison report will compare what is in the CAS 360 database to what is in ASIC's database. So, prior to sending out your annual review to your clients, I guess it's kind of like a check that you can do. For an example, the incorporation date of this company differs from the ASIC database to CAS 360. So you can either click on here and change it in CAS 360, or you can submit the relevant form to ASIC. Let's go back. So we will do this one here. And it will take us to the document production screen. So you'll see this quite a few times when you're doing your 484s or any other document. Try to keep things similar. You've got your cover letter, your pre-filled cover letter, which you can toggle on or off if you don't like. We give you a template, like a standard one. Every document in CAS 360 that is not an ASIC document is customizable. So this is the one we provide to you. You might have one that you want to make the master template. That's no problem. The onboarding team can assist you with that. You got your ASIC annual statement, your ASIC invoice, and your solvency resolution. So you can change the solvency resolution from a minutes to a resolution by clicking the options. I'll show you what that looks like. Again, this is customizable. This is just the one that we provide you, and everything is pre-filled, populated, ready to go. We also have an annual company statement here. So that's our version of the ASIC annual statement. So a lot of our clients have requested the ASIC annual statement to have a signing field. So we have, I guess, created one for you guys. Again, this is also customizable, your annual company statement, and we've just included the signing field at the bottom. So some of the benefits of doing them individually rather than doing it in bulk is you can have your documents to be reviewed by someone prior to sending out to a client. So by just toggling that feature on, you can also send your invoice in a separate email. So for an example, in this case, the invoice will go to the billing contact and the documents will go to the directors for signature. You also have the option of uploading documents to the pack. So for an example, let's say, please ignore that. Yep. So you can upload your documents to the pack by clicking the upload button or download them if you're not using digital signing and send them out a different way. So in this case here, I'm going to use DocuSign. I'll show you what it looks like on the client side as well. So if I click send all, it's going to take me to our preview email page. All right. So I've added the CAS 360 logo. You don't have to have that there. You can add your own logo. And this is what the client will see essentially. Obviously, they won't see these merge fields. It'll be pre-filled, and you can change, you know, you can add whatever you want here, or you can change the template in the settings. So I'm going to send this out so you can see what it looks like. Um, yeah. So when you do send these documents, all right, CAS 360 will start setting your reminders to the client. So, I'll show you them first actually. So send the document out. If I go over to settings and I go to automated reminders, you can customize your automated reminders. So in this case, for the ASIC debt reminder, I've got it set for every 7 days. It will remind the clients to pay the ASIC invoice. You might want to change that to 2 days. You can apply different debt reminders to different labels as well. For your document reminders, you get a little bit more flexibility. You can get your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth reminder. You can just click on it and change it. So I might want it 3 days before the deadline, email and SMS for an example. So essentially, now that I've sent that annual statement out, the automated reminders will start. I will head over to my email, and this is what your client will see. They'll have your annual company statement. They've got their Pay Now button, which will take them straight back to the Post, which I showed you earlier. Keeps it simple, keeps it easy for your clients to pay. You've got your review documents via digital signing. In this case, I have set up DocuSign, but you can do it. Obviously, it will look very similar if you use FuseSign. And it will essentially look like this. All right, so they agree, they can click start, they click sign, takes them straight to where they need to sign and finish. And they have the option of downloading the signed copy for themselves. So that's what the client will see. That's all they'll need to do. And then in return, what will happen is this bell will ring and it will say documents for X have been signed by Y. So that's how you're staying on top of all your documents, right? You've got your notifications there. You can filter by unread. And you've also got your settings, right? So notification settings is a big one because you can set up email reminders from CAS 360 to yourself. So you might only have a few companies that you're looking after, or you might have quite a large amount. You can organize CAS 360 to let you know if you've received any annual reviews, if there's companies without debt, for an example, and you can receive them daily. You might only want them on Monday and Friday or Monday and Thursday and preset the time. So if you need to log into CAS 360, you might not need to log in. So this will kind of, I guess, save you time there. This was a very requested feature from our clients. We've added that in. Going back to the unread document, if you click on view, it will take you to the global document screen. So I'll quickly show you that before I go into 484's. Global document screen, this is where you'll have all your documents in CAS 360. When I first started at BGL, I didn't really see why you would need a global document screen as they all have them individually, but there's so many benefits that you can use the filters on the left-hand side here. Like for an example, I can filter out for all my documents which have been signed, but they haven't been lodged. So you're making sure that your client is not, receiving your late fees because of I guess. And then you can just go through here and lodge all the documents. All right, you've got the status of each document. You can filter for documents yet to be lodged, documents which are due in 7 days, incomplete annual reviews which are waiting signature. So the global document screen is quite a powerful tool. And you've also got some advanced filters which you can go through. So What I will show you now is going through a 484. So I will show you how you do it in CAS 360, and then after I will go through how it will look if you use one of our integrated partners like XPM or XPM or ACIS, and how it automatically starts pre-populating your 484s. But I'll do one individually first. So go into the company here. This is where you have the general details of your company. All right. If you scroll down, yeah, it provides you a little bit more information about the company status. Click onto addresses. I'm gonna create a preset a company address change. So you can click on new address and change the business address. I've preset one earlier and it says here prepared forms 1. Heading over to the offices, you can resign a director, or for an example, I might resign Karina here. And on the bottom, it says prepared forms. It's moved up to 2. So you're preparing a consolidated 484 in a matter of seconds. In this space here, it's actually a great opportunity to do your BGLID checks. All right. So let's say you've got a new director that you're going to be looking after, John David Brown, as a director of this company. By adding him in, it's obviously going to prepare the relevant forms, but you can also, where is he? You can also request your BGL ID verification check. All right. So with BGL ID, we have 3 different checks. All right. So the first check is our standard government ID check. So that includes obviously the government ID database check, anti-money laundering databases, and your global sanctions databases. So we are compliant with the new AML compliant laws from July 1st next year. It's already in CAS 360, so you can get on top of it and try it out before it starts becoming mandatory. The second check also includes an adverse news database check. And the third check includes a biometric scan. So the biometric scan, BGL ID check would be kind of beneficial if you're in Sydney, for an example, and you're picking up a client in Melbourne. And you will need to verify who they are and if they are who they actually say they are. So that's where that check is beneficial. And yeah, you just click proceed. It will send them an email. They'll upload their documents. Once the check's been done, you will receive a report saying that if it's a pass or failed. So that's how that works. You can also go into the contacts and add any contact. They don't have to be a director of a company, and you can do your BGL ID checks from there. So what I'll do next is I'll head over to the shareholders, and this is our share registry, right? So you can do this is a historic view. You can click here to look at current shareholders here. If you do add transactions, you can do your allotments, you can do your share transfers, you can do your cancellation of shares, your share buybacks. And it's as simple as, if I do an allotment, for an example, you've got for Carmelo Anthony, you can have a beneficial owner as well by toggle on this button. You've got your share type. You can add different share types, right? So you can create share types. So if I go ordinary, oh, add new, I can add, yeah, my own type of share type, if that makes sense. There's a bit of a tongue twister there, but I hope you know what I'm talking about. I have also prepared an allotment and a share transfer. So as you can see, the prepared forms is now moved up to 5. But click on here, takes you back to that document production screen, which you saw earlier. So let's say, you've got all these changes. Instead of doing them one by one, you pre-populate it, get your consolidated 484 ready to go. So you got your company address change, your 2 offices change, one for your resignation, one that for your appointed director, your shareholder transactions, and the share transfer. So you got your cover letter, your 484, which has been consolidated and pre-populated. all your relevant changes here. Go back, you got your minutes resolutions with all your changes. You got your resignation letter. Again, everything's customizable. This is just what we provide you. Your allotment journal and transfer journal. And then you get your share transfer form and the share certificates. So with the two signing fields. So, and again, you have the ability to have the documents be flagged before they're reviewed, upload any documents that you want and send all. So if you do have any of our document management integrations linked up, all your documents when they've sent out and into CAS 360 will get filed away in your document management systems. I'm having a mental blank and I forgot what they're called. But yeah, I will email everyone in who's attending and we can go through that. So anyway, that's how you do your 484s. Let's say if you have XPM or one of our other integrated practice management partners, you can do your change in XPM. For an example, let's do a standard business address change. Oh, we'll have to do it manually because I don't have XPM on me. So if I go contact address, Bronson, 608, and I toggle on these two here, it's going to pick up. Let me just create it first. Okay, so let's say you go into XPM and you, for Jalen Brunson, you change his address. What will then happen if you have the integrated linked up is it will flow into CAS 360. It will come to this page here and it will pre-populate all the forms for every company that he is a part of. When I toggled on the other one before as well, it'll also pick up any other contact who shares the same address. All right. So that integration with XPM works really well. You can have it going one way or two way. You can have it where you make the change in CAS 360 and push it out to XPM as well. So give you that flexibility to decide what you want. But in this case, it's picked up, yeah, every company that he's a part of. As you can see here, Veronica's also shared the same business at the same address. So it's asked if you want to prepare forms for that as well. So multiple changes is quite a handy tool. You can do an officer change as well. So you might want to resign a director for multiple companies. And all you need to do is just click on them. Yep. All right. So before I move on to trusts, I will just quickly touch on company incorporations. So CAS 360 supports company incorporations end to end. You can just click here and click on company registrations, Australia, fill out all the details, the addresses, offices, shareholders, all that information. And then CAS 360 will prepare your pre-incorporation documents. So you've got your Form 201 and your application of shares pre-populated. And then you can lodge them and then you get your post-incorporation documents. So you can upload your own company constitution or source it externally. So integrate with ACIS, NTAA, Smarter, SMSF, Clear Docs, Light Year Docs, so we can push the incorporation data straight into CAS 360 if you like as well. And that's how you, yeah, that's our company incorporations section. I'll quickly move over to our trust management. So CAS 360 does not charge for, oh, sorry, BGL does not charge for for trusts in CAS 360, we only charge at a company level. So trusts are completely free. You can have 1,000 trusts in here if you like. Some of the trusts that we look after, we've got the Bear Trust, Discretionary Trust, Family Trust, Hybrid Trust, and Unit Trust. So I will go through I'll go through discretionary trusts and unit trusts for everyone. It seems to be the more common ones. In the discretionary trust here, if I click on this one here, Andrews, you've got your trust name, you've got all that information here, and you can upload your trust deed. Under relationships, you got the relationship section here, so you can add different relationships, and then you got your beneficiaries. All right. You can add your beneficiary or you can do your distributions. And again, all the distributions here is completely free. All right, so you can do it by different currency and you got your distribution types. You can do it by dollar amount. You can do it by percentage or you can do it by free text. Okay, I might do it by percentage because it's a little bit easier. If you click on this plus button here, you do have the option of adding in different tax exemptions, different capital gains, and all that. Small business income. I'm going to leave it blank because it will confuse me. If I go other income, I might remove that as well. All right. So let's just do it by percentage here. Let's go 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. All right, so if I click save and prepare, it's gonna pre-populate that distribution for me. All right, so declaration distribution resolution has been pre-populated, which is great. Your listings and distributions paid as well, all ready to go. You can send these out if you've got your document management system as well. These will get filed away. I will go back to trusts and go through a quick unit trust. All right, so it's going to look quite similar. You got your trust details, your trust deed that you can upload. You've got your relationships, and then you got your unit holders. It's going to look the same as the share registry at the company level. You've got all your transactions here, so your allotments, your unit transfers, and all that, and your share buybacks. And then you've got your distributions as well. So I'll do a distribution just because you saw the transactions earlier. If I want to go by ordinary class, we'll do it by distribution per unit. We'll just do it by 10 with a 30% tax rate, paid in cash. We'll save and prepare these documents. And then you've got your distribution statement. You've got your declaration of distribution resolution as well. And again, everything's customizable and we don't charge for trusts. So I'll leave that there. If I go back to trust, if you notice this section here, it does say that download trust import template. So if you download that template and you fill it in, our onboarding team will import all your trusts for you at no additional cost, which is great. If I head over quickly to the settings, I will show you the document templates here. So you can customize all the documents on the left-hand side. For an example, if you want to do application of shares, you can click here and download it and edit the document and re-upload it and make it the master. That's how you do that there. So again, the onboarding team will provide you with the training session on how to manage all of this. You've got your email templates as well. So your annual review, you've got your merge fields. The onboarding team provides you with the dictionary for all the merge fields. You can edit it all here. And then again, you got your SMS templates as well. No worries. So what I'll do now is I will go back to here. All right, so I've just added here some customer success, I guess, stories from clients who have recently moved over to CAS 360. So for an example, Laneth here at the bottom, what they found game changing essentially was the fact that you can do SMS correspondence for reminders to your clients. So I have found that as well. A lot of clients who I have spoken to have let me know that their clients aren't responding to emails. It's very common nowadays. So having that SMS correspondence where you can send them their invoice or send them their reminders is very handy. If we go to the next one, you've got here Scott Murray. So this is a customer success regarding our integration and automation. So our integrations here, which is kind of what he's praising. So for an example, he's praising the XPM integration. So that's probably, in my opinion, the best integration that we have. It's going to save you a lot of time, making sure you're making your change in XPM, having everything pre-populated, not missing anything with the multiple changes section. So it's picking up all the companies that he's a part of. So it's just staying on top, making sure that you're essentially not missing anything. Then you send them out to your clients, having your automated reminders work in the background. That's essentially what Scott's kind of going through here. And here we go. This is how BGL is going to help you thrive, right? So you've got your dedicated onboarding team, right? So if you do go ahead with the purchase of CAS 360, they'll provide you with a training session, give you your best practice tips. They will, once you get your Edge credentials, they will import all your companies for you. With the trust imports as well, you fill out that Excel sheet and they will import all your trusts. So that's essentially what all this is. Then you've got your BGL support. They've got a 98% customer satisfaction rate. So you've got your live chat, which actually I might quickly go back, so I've got to show you that. Over here, you've got your live chat. If you click on here, we've got a Cassie bot, right? So you can ask about share buybacks, for an example. And it will kind of guess help articles to assist you. If it can't help you, click talk to a human and you can speak to so for example, takes me to the share buyback help article. If that's not helpful, you can click no and click speak to a human. You can speak to someone within a minute. If it's a little bit more complicated, you might want to request lodge a support call. You can do that as well. So our clients support team has a 98% satisfaction rate, which is great. So now to the question you've all been waiting for. CAS 360 is $17 plus GST per company per annum. So there's initial minimum purchase of 25 companies and it's sold in lots of 5 thereafter. So you can pay either monthly or annually, just whatever suits you best, your situation best, essentially.